Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Dialogues with Doc. Today is Wednesday, August 25th, 2021, and we are back for another hot topic on tonight with some awesome and amazing guests joining me. Yes, you are truly seeing what you see. You guys have never seen me dressed up on my own show. Long story short, I just got home from work, but I still got a show to do. So your boy is running from the car to the computer, but I'm here and glad to be with you guys. Listen, today is the third day of school for me in DC. I'm in DC charter, and today was hump day. And I felt every bit of it that I have not had to deal with for the past 18 months. Third day of school, kids back in school. Is Dialogues with Doc. It's been a long day, so you already know I got something already. You know, if you're watching, get your cocktail, get you some water, whatever it is you need. Tonight I got a blood orange margarita in the in my receptacle, like they say in church, my receptacle. So yeah, it's gonna be a good show on tonight. Listen, you guys know how we rock every Wednesday. We have Dialogues with Doc, where I just bring enlightenment to a topic or a host of topics or whatever I feel like talking about for the week, just to have a good time. This is a safe space. This is a good space, and we have a good time on this show. Again, this show was launched in the midst of COVID. I just wanted to do something different. Hell, everybody else wanted to talk about something, and hell, I like to talk about myself. So I created my own platform. That's what real bosses do. When you can't, you don't know what you want to do. Hell, make your own and go for it and do whatever you choose to do. So that's what the hell I did. And this is Dialogues with the Doc. So listen, tonight, man, my DMs have been blowing up about this thing. We just gonna flow, have a good time. You know how we do. If you are watching the show for the first time, welcome. If you are a return watcher, welcome back. I love you guys. You guys know how I operate each and every week. There's two things I cannot do. I cannot have a show and have and be sounding like Teddy Riley on the Versa. So if you can hear me and you're watching the show, comment. We can hear you clearly. I don't want to give you any Teddy Riley foolishness tonight or any other night when we do this. So yeah, you can hear me. Say you can hear me. Let me know where you are watching from. You guys know how we rock. We got a couple house rules for the show. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are watching, you never know. Somebody may be watching this show tonight. I'm going to go ahead and speak it into existence. Next week in Zimbabwe, somebody might be watching. 3 months from now, somebody in Africa may be watching on the YouTube channel and just want to get into this good dialogue and conversation or keep up and connect with some of the amazing guests that I do have joining me on tonight. If you're watching, hey, where are you watching from? If you're watching, I want to shout you out. Hey, Pookie. Hey, Ray Ray. Hey, Nene, Lil Baby, and everybody else. Where you watching from? I want to shout you out for thank you for just rocking with me each and every week. You guys know where I sit. I haven't moved in the last 7 days. I'm holding it down for the whole DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I'm holding it down for you, but I'm born and bred Oak Cliff, Texas. I'm going to hold it down for OC all day. Keystone Pope all the way. Christ for the Nation. That's where I grew up. Conway, Southcrest, 3700. Hope y'all watching. We're going to have a good time on tonight. Again, this is still my anniversary month. So listen, if you have not gotten yourself something, tonight's show sponsor is 3050 Company. They've been rocking with me for about a month now. I had Jamal Malik on about a month ago. Another young brother out of Dallas doing great things with thoughts and concepts and handcrafted jewelry, lapel pins, everything like that. You like it, he got it. Go to his website right now, 3050company.com. Use the discount code Doc Verde. Take 20% off of your purchase. Remember, 3050company.com. Great, amazing gifts, thoughts, concepts, all that. This young brother out of Dallas is doing it. Support him. Support for 3050 movement. And get you some good stuff for you, for your baby, for somebody trying to get back on their good side with all that good stuff. You know, support the brother. He got some good stuff over there for you. So, 1 second. This thing gonna go right. I'm telling y'all right now. I tried to be nice. This tie coming off. Yeah. When you work with high school kids all day, sometimes you got the tie on and you want to go like this because you don't know if you tired of telling them to go to class or whatever. But yeah, the tie is off. I'm gonna do my show the way I do it best. I have good manners. So, Mama, if you're watching, I took the tie off. Yeah, this is Dialogue with the Doc, and this is not Sunday school, so this talk coming all the way off to the side. All right, so listen, you guys know I come up with these show topics, and I pretty much come up with this random topic, and I try to come from a different angle. So tonight's show is just like that. I got a topic. I got a hot topic tonight, y'all. You guys know, if you've been watching, we've done parenting in a pandemic. I've had Black male educators. I've talked about the art of personal branding, self-branding. I've done a whole bunch of shows over the last 56 weeks since we started this thing. And we've had just some good, amazing topics. But tonight, we talking about Black male sex appeal is the topic. And I haven't been able to do a panel in a minute. You know, it's kind of hard getting people's schedules together. But, you know, I try to plan a month in advance, and reach out to some people. Listen, there's a method to my madness. I come up with a topic. I pray about the topic. I say, okay, God, who am I connected to that I think will bring good insight and good dialogue or good intellect to this topic? Because one thing about this show, I don't know everything, and I don't proclaim to know everything, but I'm connected to somebody that does. So when this topic of Black male sex appeal came up, I said, you know what? I can't do this by myself. I got to get some brothers on the show. So let's talk about it. Let's do some things. And just have some good dialogue about it. So listen, tonight's show, like, comment, share, subscribe. I got some amazing brothers joining me for tonight's show. Again, if you're watching, where you're watching from, I want to shout you out. We're going to talk about some good stuff on tonight, bring some light and shed some light to just the Black male sex appeal topic. I got some brothers joining me who just have some amazing things happening in the space, and I am just excited to have these brothers come on and talk about it. Give me 1 second. I got a text message from a friend that said you're giving Teddy Riley. So let me clear that up real quick, because this is important, vital information, like the Department of Vital or the Bureau of Vital Statistics. You know, I want to make sure I get it to you guys. Hold on 1 second for a minute. All right, my mama, you out there? Can you hear me? Somebody just texted me and said you sounding real versus battle-ition. I can't have it on my show. I got guests coming on tonight. If it was me, I'd be good. But I got my boys coming on tonight to join me, so I got to make sure that it's right. Oh, something happened. I forgot to tell y'all about it. It's been a crazy week, but because we family, I want to share it with y'all. So yeah, let me just go here real quick. Something happened that I was not aware of, but it happened, so I want to share it with you guys. Hold on 1 second for me. Your boy made shout out Atlanta. Just out here doing my thing, my good dialogues with the Doc thing, my professional thing. So thank you, shout out Atlanta for this feature. Somebody nominated me. They won't tell me who it was, but yeah, your boy is out here just not trying to compete, y'all. I'm just a candle out here trying to shed my light. Everybody has a light. Don't let nobody distract your light. Yeah. Thank you to whomever nominated me for that great feature. So yeah, follow your boy. I'm out here doing big things. Got brothers joining me tonight doing big things. And yeah, we just gonna do this thing the Dialogues with Doc way. So you guys know how it goes down. I cannot have a show without bringing my guest on the right way. So this is Dialogues with Doc. You guys know I like to give people their flowers while they can still smell them. Sometimes the flowers come in a round of a standing ovation. So let me bring my guest on the right way, and we'll be right back after these messages. Brothers, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't want to get Teddy Riley at all.
Absolutely.
Yes, again.
I just I'm still waiting on another brother to join us, but we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing moving because I want to be respectful of people's time. I thank you guys so much for joining me. I thank you guys for doing this and just jumping in on this hot topic, and just thank y'all for just hanging out with your boy for the evening. I hope all is well. How has your Wednesday been? Yarnell, I had to get you back from last week. How's your day been, man? Then I'm gonna go to Derek, then I'm gonna close it out with Ant.
It's been real chill, man. I've just been relaxing, doing a lot of napping today. So that's about it.
You had to prepare for tonight, huh?
I did.
I appreciate you, man. Derek, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm hanging in there. First day of school today, so it's been a bit of a ride.
Listen, it's these babies been without us for a year and a half, and it's been challenging. And today reminded me of that. I'm glad you made it, man. I'm glad you made it on here tonight as well. And how you doing, my D-Town brother? How you doing over there, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Just ready to get into this discussion, into these topics. I too have a fear of being Teddy Riley in this moment, so please let me know.
Y'all, hey, if y'all watching, let us know. We want to make sure y'all get this good tonight, and I mean this good dialogue, good conversation. So yeah, let us know. We want to make sure we be giving the people what they need, and then we're doing the doggone thing. So my brothers, I gotta start here. Before we get into the real dialogue, I had to do my homework. So now I feel like Steve Harvey. Survey says, I asked the question on Facebook from females, what are the things that do it for you as it relates to Black male sex appeal? The response is bananas. So here we go. Height, intelligence, stimulating conversation, look at your already spirituality, nice smile, good teeth, confidence, ambition, a masculine voice and touch, education, intelligence, integrity, good sense of humor, and somebody slid a big anatomy in there. So this is what the lady said when I put the question on the good Facebook about a week and a half ago. So do me a favor. If you got your water or you got your drink, just go ahead and take a little sip before we get into this good dialogue. So, one thing about me is I like to come surface, but come from a different angle. That's just always been your boy. That's how I operate. This is how I do, especially with this topic. So this topic can go a bunch of different ways. But I wanted to hear from the ladies about what they said, and then I want to just get into the dialogue and the conversation with my brothers. Did everybody get my email about the 5?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll do the 5. We'll come back there. So I'm gonna start off here. We'll come to the 5 in a little bit. So, gentlemen, why do you think that sex appeal is so important? So the lady said all these different things, but that's what they said. As a brotherhood, as a brotherhood of bearded brothers, why do we think sex appeal? This will turn to the Bearded Brothers show tonight too. Why do we think sex appeal is so important? And I'll start with Anthony. We'll just go around the circle.
Sex appeal is important because I think you got to understand the energy behind it. Sexual energy is very powerful, right? Mm-hmm. And that energy transference is like one of the most powerful energy transference you can have between two human beings. So if you understand your own sex appeal, your own sexual vibe, your own sexuality, you're able to sort of understand how you're presenting or projecting yourself to another person through that sexual energy. So I think that's the reason sex appeal is important. I don't know if it's the most important, but that is why it's important. It's a powerful energy, and you should understand it enough so that you can use it the way you need to.
I love that, man. I love that. Derek, come on, jump in here.
Kind of piggybacking off of that. So sex appeal is important just because, generally speaking, we are sexual beings. I know, especially being a male, not to make it pervert or anything, but we think about sex pretty often. And so with that being said, that kind of contributes to the actions that you kind of undergo to become the best, like, I want to say, sexual vision of yourself. That makes sense. And overall, like, sex appeal is important just because it's a big confidence booster, especially when you get that reaction from someone else, or it's like, all right, I guess, I am sexy, you get that validation from others. So.
My brother, Yarnell, come on, jump in here, man.
Oh, I think I'm gonna just get straight to it. I think sex appeal is important because obviously you have to have some kind of physical attraction or physical chemistry with the person that you are engaging with. So it's either, hopefully both of you have sex appeal, so they have to be sexually appealing as well as yourself. But I just think it really boils down to, you want to roll over and wake up to somebody that's good looking or that's appealing to you. So I think that it's really just on a very basic level.
So Derek and y'all joining me tonight for the first time. Yarnell knows he was on here last week. So I'm not being rude. I'm just jotting down show notes over here because I'm recapping. So I'm gonna start with Ant. Sexual energy is some things I just don't want to waste. It's my time, my money, and my energy. I don't have the time. So there's a lot of things I have, and the time ain't one of them. So I love when you said that you got to understand that energy. People get that. Some people don't. Have you ever seen somebody that just doesn't understand? Like, you got mad swagger, you got mad beauty, and you just don't even know how to own it because you just seem socially awkward or hell sexually awkward for that point. You don't even understand. Like, you actually got it and don't even know. Derek, you said. We think about it often. It's a confidence booster. Sex, we think about it often as beings, like especially as men. So hell, that's a big confidence booster. You got your mad, swag, whatever. It's definitely a confidence booster. And then, you coming with this physical energy, man. I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to waste. Heavy on the energy, Darius. You're right, man. Heavy on the energy. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And it's just it is what it is. People don't understand that when you walk into a certain room, you just you got to just own who you are. And some people are just going to be intimidated by it. I'm just being me. I walk into the room and I just have a presence. We all have a presence when we walk into Family Dollar. Hell, I'm just gonna be honest today. I went to Family Dollar after work, and this lady was like, "Oh my God, how are you?" So I'm like, "Man, I'm just here trying to get some light bulbs. I don't know you from Adam. I'm just trying to make sure my ring light and shit work tonight. Got my brothers coming on. Can't be in the dark. We talking about sexual appeal. So give me my light bulbs and let me go on. Let's go here. As a black male, let me go here. Let me get more specific. Let's start digging. How do you define sex appeal for yourself? So we define the term, but for me, it's the sex appeal for me. This is how I own my sex appeal. How do you define it for yourself? Yarnell, you could jump in here first.
Oh man. Honestly, I think it's really just about confidence. You know what I mean? It's about body language. It's about how you carry yourself. You touched on it a minute ago when you said it's the energy and your presentation when you walk into a room. For me, I don't necessarily know what kind of sex appeal I have to others, but I just make sure that whenever I enter a room, I'm confident. I got my head held high. I'm not cocky or arrogant. I'm making sure that my energy is on point. I'm social. I'm speaking. I'm smiling at people. I'm looking at people in their eye. Just that kind of directness. I think that is sexy. A lot of times you see, guys in the club or in a social setting, they got their head down and they're really coy. For me, that's not attractive. So I try to make sure that I don't mirror that kind of behavior and just kind of own my space, so to speak.
Me own my space. Yeah. Ant, jump in here, man.
For me, it's about being cool, calm, collected in all situations, right? I'm a big advocate of don't let them see you sweat. And I might be dying inside, but I'm going to keep it together. I'm going to be cool about it. I'm going to keep a level head. And all the things Yarnell touched on is very important, right? In the way I communicate, the way that I walk into a room, own my space, just own my space and be cool in that. And don't let anything bring me out of that, especially if I'm reacting. I try to take a step back, internalize it for a second, and then respond, because all of that stuff it leaves an impression on people. So I think it's very important to just be cool, calm, keep it player. All things keep it player.
Keep it player.
Yeah.
Keep it player. Hashtag keep it player. He gave y'all that for free. Keep it player. Derek, jump in here, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree 100%. I could kind of align my own personality and actions to always kind of keeping it cool, calm, and collected at all times, and not letting anyone see me sweat. But I think it also kind of goes along with kind of owning a room, especially as like a Black male. I think being like well presented, being like fully nicely groomed, smelling nice, and just the way you carry yourself and interact with others. I think that kind of contributes a lot to Black sex appeal.
Okay, flag on the play, because I'm reflecting over here. Brothers, forgive me. I'm so excited about this topic tonight. And I do have manners. Let me go back to the top of the show. Brothers, tell the people about you and who you are and what you do. Look, I'm running from the car to get the show started. I'm sitting over here like, I forgot something. Damn, I didn't let my brothers introduce themselves. Y'all they'll start first, then Derek, and I'm gonna close out with Ed. But brothers, forgive me, y'all. I love y'all though. I'm sorry.
So it's all good, man. I'm gonna continue with the introduction that you gave me last week. I am 100% a mental health advocate. I believe in it wholeheartedly. I believe in self-care, real self-care, not manicure, pedicure, and spa days. I believe in real self-care and doing the work. So that's my story.
Thank you for joining, brother. Again, you could be doing anything on a Wednesday night, but you hanging out with me 2 weeks straight. I got you. I got you, brother. Derek, jump in here.
Okay, so a little about myself. My name is Derek. I own a men's underwear company by the name of Carter Wear. And that's pretty much it as of now. I'm a college student and based out of New Jersey.
Brother, you're doing some major things, so that's it. We'll come back to you. Jump in here.
My name is Anthony Houston. I am a author, a yogi, a social media person, all of that good stuff. I also have an extensive background in technology in corporate America, but part of what I like to do is write about different concepts and sort of self-help type publishing books. All things on Amazon, so you can check those out. And I'm also from Oak Cliff, Texas, which is very important.
Very important. Very important. Like, y'all don't understand growing up and then seeing people like us. That's another story. That you know what? That's part of what adds to our sex appeal being from Oak Cliff, Texas, because many people don't make it to the age that we are. Yeah. Okay. That's out the way. Back to the show. Thank you, brothers, for those introductions. I'm going here. I'm going back to Oak Cliff, Texas. Damn, 30 years ago. Growing up, I'm gonna be transparent tonight, so just bear with me. Growing up, there was this kid. So I'm gonna tell y'all who this kid was. Before the contacts and the braces, I was this kid with the big, thick, red Sally Jesse Raphael glasses and big teeth. This was your boy. This was me back in the day, like 9 years old. So my question, brothers, is, did any one of you have body image issues growing up, and now you reflect back like, man, I was really tripping. I saw that picture today, and I was like, that was like my ugly duckling phase and going through life and stuff like that. And now I see myself like, you know what? I didn't turn out half as bad. I was really tripping back then because I had no idea that I was going to grow into and become this individual who I am now. I got my own show back then. I wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff. But, my confidence, my swag, my energy, both sexual and physical, have helped to give me this confidence that I got mad sex appeal and I'm actually all right. So was I the only one that dealt with something like that? Or if you didn't, feel free to share.
No, I was awkward. I was a really skinny kid. I was I don't know. I don't want to say nerdy, but I was different, and kids made it very clear that I was different to them as well. I had a lot of hair on my head. I've always had really thick eyebrows and just really dark features. Believe it or not, I had a lot of hair. So those things just like really made me stand out as far as body image. I was a skinny kid. I didn't really start paying attention to my physicality until a teenager, probably in high school, where I started to enter puberty and change, or junior high, I should say, and then kind of pay attention there. And then obviously, in my later teens and early 20s, it was like, what the hell? Like, I need some meat on my bones. So yeah, it was a struggle.
Hey, but we made it.
We made it.
From the other D, Detroit.
Yeah, from the other D. From the big D. No, Dallas is the big D. I can say Dallas is the big D.
It's so cold in the D.
Right.
Derek, jump in here.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely growing up, there were a lot of things I was kind of insecure about, including my weight. Like, I was very skinny growing up. I would say up until 19, 20. But yeah, once I kind of became an adult, I was like, okay, I need to somehow figure out how can I look more mature? How can I look more manly? And I kind of started getting into the gym and, eating more and kind of taking care of both my physical and mental wellness, just to make sure like I was doing this because it's something I wanted to do. But yeah, I grew up kind of like I was very skinny, like knock knee, big head, big teeth. This is before my head caught up to my teeth, by the way. So yeah, I was that very like awkward skinny kid that was very shy, kind of timid, head always down. Eventually kind of outgrew that. So
my brother now doing is on his way to becoming a millionaire. I'm gonna just leave it right there. two locations. I'm gonna stop there. And jump in there.
As a kid, I feel like I don't know if it was any way around being awkward on some level, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, being from Oak Cliff, that environment was heavy. You got picked apart no matter what, right? The way you showed up, the way you dressed, the way you talk, the way you act, everything just got picked apart. And so, for me, I quickly tried to find a way around my awkwardness. I mean, I was super tall. I was one of the tall boys in middle school, and it wasn't many of us. I mean, I was probably 6'1" in middle school. And, so I always got, you tall, you skinny, you a beanpole, you a bag of bones, you all of that stuff. And so like for me, exiting high school, I became obsessed with like trying to gain weight. I feel like I got called skinny so much that was a problem for me. So I started, getting into that and my body image and wanting to be muscular, big and muscular, and completely opposite from, being skinny. And, if I could go back to that young man, I'd be like, hey, look, take your time. Don't try to rush it. Don't push it with, supplements and all these protein shakes and all that. Just, learn how to eat well, learn how to love yourself where you are. And I promise you will grow into all of that. But, that's how it is. You have to live, right?
Yeah, and all of you guys are adding to the conversation of why I wanted to do this show tonight, why I wanted to do this show, especially tonight, because I wanted to come at this thing from a different angle. We get so caught up in, or the world allows us to get so caught up in image, but let's talk about it from a different lens of this is what other people think. Let's talk about it from the black male perspective. So to segue into what you guys were just saying, aesthetically, how important is this as it relates to the black male and their sex appeal? So many black young men have gone through the same challenges that we've gone through and are going through these things now. And I look at it as like we're survivors. We made it out of that crazy space. But how important is the way you look as it relates to being a black man and our sex appeal? And anybody can jump in and start this one here.
I'll say the way you look holds a level of importance, I think, for you first, right? Mm-hmm. I think you should really learn a lot about yourself, the way you look, accept that, and where you want to make tweaks and changes, that's your decision. But at some point, you've got to find some acceptance in the way that you look. I think that the way you dress, all of that is important for you to be mindful of, because people see you before they hear you, before they get to know you and understand you, etc. So the way that you show up is very important. I'm not saying you got to wear a suit and tie everywhere you go and you have to be buttoned up, etc. Because I put on a jersey and I put on a bandana, and I already know people are going to look at me, and the first thing maybe in their minds is this a thug? Is he ratchet? Is he this? Is he that? Yes, I'm all those things, but at the same time, the way that I approach that situation specifically is important for me to just be mindful. I got on a jersey, I got on some stuff. This person may have some issues, so I got to just take that into consideration. The way that I act, speak, etc. will follow that. But I do think it's important for you to pay attention to the way you dress, the way you look. If you go to the gym, if you're fit, if you don't want to be fit, just whatever your choices are, accept them, love them, own them is probably the most important thing. If you're insecure about them, then I encourage you to do something about it.
Do something about it. Do something about it. I love that. I do something about it. He just told you. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow because I need to do something about it. I promise you. Who's next? Jump in here.
I'll jump in. So, just the overall aesthetic and like appeal of someone. I think that, at least as a Black male, it's important to us because, just as Ant said, sometimes we equate how well or how not so well someone is doing based off of their appearance. And not only that, but when you meet someone, so be it a stranger, like you have a higher chance of kind of interacting with that person, if it's consensual, if your appearance is up to par, you know what I mean? And that equates to a lot of other things, even when it comes to like your standards and things of that sort. But like just overall, I think as a Black male, I know I sometimes feel the pressure to always have my appearance like at least at a decent level. So it's really important.
I love it, man. I gotta have standards in everything, including my sex appeal. Like, it's just something about, as a Black male, and I'm coming to you, brother. It's something about, as a Black man, well, two of us. I'm gonna go two of us, and I'm gonna come to the other two. Just something about when you get a fresh haircut,
yes,
or when you get the fresh cornrows, or Yarnell just has an awesome and amazing self-care day that just does something for you. It's something about when you get a fresh haircut, a fresh beard lineup, you get a new pair of underwear that you just you feel yourself in. They might be Carter wear depending on the week or the day. It's just something about just us that it adds to our sex appeal and our self-esteem in a sense where I feel like King Kong. I can conquer anything on this given day, and it's just that adds to my sex appeal. Yarnell, I'm sorry, man. I had to get that out before I'm getting older before I forget it.
It's all good. It's all good. No, listen, I think that, image is important, but it's not everything. I think that what we have to keep in mind is that, good looks or sex appeal is going to grab attention, but it's not going to keep attention because it's going to fade at some point. So, once you get the room's attention or get the audience or person's attention, what's going to come out of your mouth? It's what's coming out of your mouth as attractive as you are as a person. Because I can't tell you how many times I've interacted with someone and I thought they were amazing from across the room. And then when they open their mouth, it's like, you are an ugly person. I literally start to see physical flaws because their character and their behavior is so ugly. So, I think sex appeal is extremely important because we're visual people. And males are, of course, really attracted and stimulated by physicality. But for me, once you open your mouth and your personality is shit, I'm like, yep, don't want to be bothered. Have a good night.
Peace be with you.
Yeah.
Brittany, thank you. Brittany is watching. Brittany, thank you so much. I love it. I'm gonna go back to something I said last week on the show, y'all know. I don't know if you remember. Sean, thank you. Sex appeal usually comes from the inside and works its way out. Definitely. And some people have ugly insides, and that's why they can't never tap into They're sex appeal because the inside's ugly, and that's just me. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. You may disagree, but that's what I said. I want to go back to the thing I said last week. When you were talking about, the conversation. Conversation is key. I was somewhere one time and I was sharing on the show last week. Someone's asking, hey, just trying to have small talk. What are you looking for? My response was someone to compliment me. Major deduction. I said someone to compliment me. Their response was, oh, that's a very nice shirt. I said, you know what? This is why we need to just end this conversation right now, because I'm clearly talking about compliment with the E, not the I, not being a smart ass, but there's a difference.
Yeah.
Sounds the same, spelled differently, totally different meanings. They didn't understand what I meant, so yeah, go buy yourself a drink. Here's $5. Go over there and get your own self a drink, because yeah, your boy, Sean, Sex, I see you, man. Sex as well. Like, go over there and go get your Corona and leave me alone and go on about your business, because yeah, you don't even understand what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, some people just don't understand. Conversation is key. Dialogue is key. And if shit comes out your mouth because you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, you ain't the one for me. That's just me. Gone on over there. I gotta ask this question because somebody told me to make sure I ask this question, so I'm gonna jump in here, brothers. What's your skincare and beard care regimen? I came up with this today. So y'all didn't get to pull like I did, but I'm gonna tell you what I do. So for skincare, I'm using black soap. As grandma always said, use your black soap. I'm using Jack Black face scrub and Jack Black face scrub. I'm trying out this witch hazel right now. And then I'm also using this Jack Black facial moisturizer. So what are my brothers using to keep this melanin popping each and every day? I might need some referrals to start using what y'all using. Shit.
I have several products because I suffer from hyperpigmentation. So I use a product from Urban Skin RX. It's called I forget the name of it, but it's a green container and it has a white top. I've been using it for several years, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, and it works very well with kind of fading dark spots and all that good stuff. So between that, Peter Thomas Roth moisturizer and under eye cream, and also I use Genifique from Lancome, I believe it's called. So
I'm over here.
All that, not all at once, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just shampoo my beard.
Oh, I forgot the damn beard. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on Shea Moisture right now. Shea Moisture, and then I use this little beard or, little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? I can't go in the school building, meeting parents and my beard looking dry. Okay, I'm sorry. Thanks.
I too use Urban Skin RX products currently. And then I just use a beard balm. I mean, my beard is just growing back over the last 3 weeks. So
you did cut it off. I saw, brother. I was like, my bro about to make me cut mine off because wearing this mask is annoying, and I gotta wear mine for 8 hours, so it dries my beard out most times. Okay, I'm writing that Urban Skin RX for me. Got it. That's two. That's confirmation. Don't tell me you're using it too, yo, niggas. I really gotta get it in.
No, I'm not. I actually two brands. So like you, I love Jack Black. Their moisturizer is absolutely amazing. Their exfoliator is really great. I'm not a heavy product person. I'm just kind of like wash, exfoliate, moisturize, done. Then also, I have to say this because I have a partnership with them. So Scotch Porter, that's like my brand. And, I love their beard products. That's like the number one thing for me. I use their beard oil, beard wash. I love that it doesn't leave your beard heavy and, it has a nice fragrance to it. But for just the skin itself, the moisturizer is also really good. You don't have this kind of shiny finish when you're done. It's just really lightweight. So both of those brands I really, really like.
Hey, Scotch Porter. Gotcha. Okay, I gotta write that down. I gotta use some Urban Skin RX and some Scotch Porter. Okay. Look, I'm still in products. Don't judge me if you see me posted on my Instagram. Okay. That was skin. That was beard. Let's go here. Because y'all doing it too, and I'm not. How important is taking care of your temple and drinking your water daily? I'm the one that's not in the gym like I need to be, but y'all killing it right now. So how important is taking care of your temple and drinking your water daily?
Well, I can tell you this. The older I become, the more important I see that it is to eat healthier, cut back on the alcohol. This probably looks like liquor, but this is actually juice. So I've cut out the alcohol. That's not permanently, I'm sure, but really just making sure that I take care of myself mentally and physically. Exercise is important, but I used to be a gym rat, and I can tell you I was probably the most unhealthy in other ways, although I physically looked better. And I think that now my focus is just making sure that I am well mentally and then well internally, and the physicality, the muscle or the leanness or whatever, that'll be the byproduct of me actually taking care of myself, eating well, doing what I'm supposed to do. So it's really, it's imperative for me now that, I'm in a certain age bracket. So yeah.
Welcome over here. Welcome over here. He just joined the 40 and over club with me, and for me, COVID took away a year, so you catch me on a certain day of the week, I still say I'm 40 because hell, I didn't get to use it. But I'm really 41. But if you catch me on the weekends, I'm still 40. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how I do. And how important is taking care of your temple, because you out here doing it, man.
I think it is the most important thing that you can do, and like we've mentioned, it's mentally, it's spiritually, and it's physically. I think your diet is very important because that also contributes to, your mental temperament. Your diet can play a part in that. It can play a part in, your energy level. It can, which also can contribute to you going into different states of just low vibrational energy. I don't want to say, I'll use a term like depression as an example, but, I'm not a physician or anything to diagnose that, but it does contribute to those things. So, your diet is very important. Eat healthy. For me personally, I'm vegan vegetarian. I've been, eating that way for the past 6 years. It's helped me tremendously with balancing, my attitude, my temperament, and all of that good stuff. So that's through experience. I think it's great. Exercising regularly, for your body and for what your tolerance can be, I think is important. Understanding your body, knowing what you need to feed it on a daily basis. Also feeding your mind. What you watch on TV, what you read, the conversations that you have, the people you interact with, all of that stuff contributes to your mental health and the food that you feed your mind. And that is very important for you to pay attention to those things, because all of that stuff makes you, the human being you are. We're multi-layered, we're multi-dimensional. So you got to pay attention to a lot of that. Being a human is exhausting, and it requires a lot of work. But don't be lazy about it. Get into the work and love the work and do the work and take care of yourself. It's important.
Now, and I want to go here. I ain't never got to ask you this, but how long have you been doing yoga, man?
I've been doing yoga for about 6 years now, also.
Okay.
So for me, that door opened all at the same time. My diet, the food I ate, and then also the way that I was going to sort of help myself become a better person. We from Oak Cliff. I got, a whole lot of anger and a whole lot of animosity growing up. So that's the way I communicated in the world. It was two emotions, anger or three, anger, happiness, or I'm hangry. I'm hungry and I'm angry about being hungry. Those are my programs. That's how I operated. So I had to really find something different. So I changed my diet, got into some different exercises, and meditation is one of the most important things. Yoga came about through meditation.
I love it. I mean, my brother is joining. Brother, I'm sorry about the link. I do apologize. This is my other guest, y'all. He's joining us now.
How y'all doing?
Brother, tell people your name real quick and what you do. And we're going to jump into this question and follow up with the question. Jump into the response of how important is taking care of your temple physically and drinking your water.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Askia. I am a serial entrepreneur. I am the owner of DOS Skincare, also the owner of The Connector. Um, Glad to be here.
Welcome, man. So this temple, we're talking about taking care of our temples of skill. How important is it for you physically and as they say, and drinking your water?
I might need to talk to my old boy up there, and because I really need that. It's very important. Actually, I'm really getting into that now. Because I've been taking care of my mother for like 5 years, and so she has dementia. I've been taking care of her for about 5 years now, and I have recently find the importance of really gaining how to really separate the two for mental purposes, because it is very mental and depressing to see your mother pretty watch her die slowly. I'm just being real. Mentally, it has really took me out of here. Actually, tomorrow, on letting everybody know, I start my therapy on tomorrow. It's the first step for me, because mentally I'm out. Like
okay, so you took my whole show in another direction, and it's funny because we're talking about black male sex appeal. So put a pause right there. I want to go here. When we talk about our mental health as black men, how do we make it sexy? Like this brother said, so one way you said you're starting therapy tomorrow. So this is one of my curveballs. Everybody thinks it's all about the looks, but being in tune with yourself, mental health is a huge thing for our population, especially as black men. And honestly, some women do find men who take care of their mental health sexy as hell. One of the sisters inboxed me and said, don't forget about the mental health. And I'm like, you know what? I never even thought about that. That's a whole different angle for my show. So I'm stealing that for free, and we're going to talk about it. So how do we make mental health sexy? And Yarnell, we thought about this on this conversation last week, because you were talking about how you got you a therapist and things like that. So what can you share with Askia and myself and Derek about how we can make mental health sexy, and it will come around?
So listen, I think that it's all about the vulnerability, right? And really just being open and honest. And I think that that's a thing that black males are missing. We're missing that piece. We're missing that quality. And I think that makes it sexy, that you are in touch with your feelings, that you are trying to seek some help for whatever your unresolved issues are. Let's be real. We all have baggage that we bring to the table to any relationship, be it friendship, be it family, be it dating. So I think that really just being vulnerable about it, being real, and just owning it and saying, listen, this is what I'm going through right now. This is what I'm doing to better myself. I think that it just shows a softer side, if you will, or a more human side. And I think it also allows for a different level of intimacy with whoever you're getting to know. Wow, you trusted me enough to be that open and be that real. I think that's, a great deal of getting over the hump of getting to know anyone is what's in your bag of tricks, and then what are you doing to put those things behind you. So number one, hats off to you for taking that step. I am a huge advocate of therapy. I guarantee you will find it helpful. And yeah, man, just keep rocking with it, no matter what feelings or emotions it bring up, no matter how difficult it or challenging. I think that you'll know that it's working when it becomes challenging and when you start to push through. So yeah, man, hats off to you for that.
Thank you for that, Yarnell. Ski, I'm coming back to you now, because I got to do some digging. So, and I mean digging from the lens of how long did you toy or contemplate with starting therapy? Because I know it wasn't an instant thing.
It took me a long time, because everybody knows I have a big personality. I'm very outspoken. I'm just the go-to guy. So of course I would never, want to share this with anyone because about the sex appeal. I'm a very handsome guy. I have a skincare line. I have a business, and I keep that image up, and I couldn't keep it up anymore. I was going to the gym. I was going to the parks and running. I was going to the lakes, all the things that to clear my mind, I thought was helping. It was temporarily though, you know, because guess what? When I was doing those things, I was doing them alone. I didn't have nobody with me. So I had no one to talk to. So I was just doing those things alone. Although I felt good, I just realized that, you know, and I can't really keep talking about it because I get really emotional, because I realized that that's my mom's and she will no longer be here one day. You know what I'm saying? And the more I see her every day, think about this, y'all. I wake up, I wake her up, I start my day. The caretaker comes in. I'm still seeing her, you know, throughout the day, at night, throughout the day, weekends, watching her just deteriorate. And in my mind, I'm like, you know, I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm going on trips. I'm, you know, laughing with friends, you know, just trying to do it. And I just really I had to get to the point where I said, you know what? If I can give advice to everyone else to go to therapy, and, you know, I'm always the go-to person, I can do this myself. And I just had to break down to say, you know what? You know, I got to do it. And I didn't, you know, I'm very private. So for me to just say this right now in front of everybody is just like, you know, but I'm learning myself. I'm learning that life is short. I'm learning that, you know, life is short. It's really nothing to it, but life is short and your life can turn just like that. Who would have known that the pastor, the mother, the woman that always going, now she didn't even know who I am.
Wow.
You know, she don't know me. She know me as buddy. I'm her buddy. You know, how, you know, emotional in my mind. I'm just like, woo. You know?
No. I want to thank you for your transparency and sharing that, because honestly, you over here helping me. As we get older, we become the parents. We become our parents. It is what it is. So thank you for sharing that with me, because it kind of loops back into what I was saying earlier. Just the whole mental health piece is huge. Like a brother who can be in tune with his sex appeal and knowing that mental health is a big piece of it is major. I'm coming around to Ant and Derek. Have you guys have you ever considered seeking out a therapist or going through therapy in that regard? So I want to bring you guys into the conversation as well, and feel free to share. I know I have, and I probably still need to find. I want me a black therapist, so I'm trying to find. I need somebody that understands my colorful language at times. That can just, you know, like I think I told Darnell last week. I never knew of a black therapist. My first experience with a black therapist was a different world. Whitley Gilbert went to see the therapist that was Debbie Allen. Relax, Relate, Release was my first time ever seeing a black therapist on TV. So we relax, relate, release. And have you ever, or Derek, have you ever considered?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have considered it, and I've been to therapy in the past, more specifically when I was younger. And it mostly just surrounds like being able to express myself. Like, I think growing up in a black home, so just speaking in my home specifically, like, you know, weakness wasn't something we always displayed as males. So, you know, the older I got, the more it was a bit of a challenge for me to show that like weakness or that like disadvantage. But eventually I found that there's a lot of strength in being able to kind of be vulnerable and admit certain like weaknesses, and, you know, go to therapy to kind of help you become a more structured, rounded person. Because I know I grew up in my household, my mom was like, okay, you know, you're hurt, you got 30 seconds to acknowledge it, but after that the 31st second, like, you better have your shit together. So you know, sometimes it takes a little bit more than that 30 seconds to, you know, get back on track. So that's where like my therapy kind of came in. But just like when it comes to sex appeal, like just being in a relationship and being vulnerable to that point where like you can share that with someone, there's a lot of strength in that. There's a lot of sexiness in that. And you have I'm trying to think of how to say this. you build a better connection with the person, and it's sexy to in a sense because it shows how mentally sound and how mentally strong you truly are. And that's the best way I could like explain it right now.
No,
So I hope
you
that made
explained it
sense.
well, man. You explained it well.
Okay.
No, trust me. You may have felt like you didn't, but you did. You did. And jump in here, man.
Okay.
Yeah. My journey started with therapy, right? So I just started to realize like I was a horrible human being just as a person, the way I treated myself, the way I treated other people, etc. So the first thing I couldn't even get through a day without, wanting to do something horrible to myself. So therapy started for me. That was a good tool to help me get through my day to day. It definitely gave me the tools that I needed to be able to deal with the challenges that were right in front of me. And then it felt good. And so I wanted to go deeper. And, therapy is good for getting you through the day to day, but I needed some like deep seated healing. And so that's where I started to explore all these other avenues like meditation and yoga, etc., to help me really get to the root of all of my issues and deal with my childhood traumas in order to, live a full, whole, healthy life, lifestyle in general. So therapy is very important. I think it does contribute to your sex appeal. If we're saying, or someone made a comment that, sex appeal it starts from the inside out. That's where it starts. It starts inside. So go to therapy, get you some help, get you the tools that you need to get yourself to a better place so that you can then, live a better life.
So y'all just opened up a whole. No, thank y'all. Darius, I see you. Yeah, it takes a lot to step up and be a caretaker. He said your blessings will be plenty. I love how this is one of my curveballs. I wanted to kind of incorporate mental health into this conversation too, because mental health is something that people try to make people feel ashamed of, but it's actually owning your sexy. That gives you mad sex appeal. I'm in tune with my emotions. I'm in tune with my feelings. I'm in tune with my mental health. And many people don't want to say like that's something that we deal with as Black men in general. How do I know I'm not going to step out of my apartment right now and become a hashtag? That shit is crazy. How do I, there is something as simple as that, going to a gas station, just being myself, and I may end up in a car accident or something like that. So just owning, who we are as far as our mental health and things go like that is just huge. So thank you guys for engaging in me with that piece. I really, really, really appreciate that, because y'all just helped somebody out there that's watching the show tonight or in the future or on another day. Let's go here, because the DMs have been jumping since I released this flyer. How did you get this person? How did you get that person? Let me be clear. I don't have no gimmicks. I just ask people and pray they say yes. That's how I got them on the show. I'm just being me. We have a connection. I just say, hey, brother, can you? And they said yes, and they here. So, sex appeal. Social media can be the highlight or the demise of what someone finds sexy. What's your take on it? Mine is, you're damn right. Social media gives people this flawed perception of what's sexy. And I'm just being me, and I'm in tune with my mental health, and that's just who I am. And you find it sexy, fine. But I'm gonna be me. But for somebody else, it may be escalated and exacerbated to a point where it gets crazy, and you gotta block some people and delete some comments. But y'all jump in here. I'm gonna start with let's start with Ant. Let's talk about this social media thing. And I know you got a lot to say, so I'm gonna have you round this thing out.
So social media, like anything to me in life, is what you make it, right? And I think that social media can be looked at the concept of, when you walk into a room, do you know who you are? If you know who you are, then that doesn't change. And so when you go on social media, you see all this stuff, yes. But if you know who you are, you're confident in that, and you understand yourself, then none of that should impact you. If it impacts you positively, then that's a plus, because you can get motivation off of social media. You know what I'm saying? But if it impacts you negatively, where you are envious or you are feeling like you lack things in your own life because of what someone else has, then that means you need to log off of social media and take care of your own mental health.
Right.
Do that and then come back. But use it for what is going to benefit you in life, and don't let it take anything from you.
Love it. I love it. Askia, jump in here, man.
I use it for what it's worth. I don't let it bother me. It motivates me. So, I've never been jealous, or, I just use it for what it's worth. You know, I really don't.
Yeah.
I know social media. I know what social media can do to you. I've watched it. You know, I have friends. You know, I don't let it bother me. I'm just being honest. It doesn't do anything to me. I don't even like doing interviews. Like, I don't even care. If I didn't have to be on social media, I wouldn't. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, everybody knows me knows that I can care less about social media. If I didn't have to, I don't even run my business pages. So that's letting you know that I really don't want to be up there. You know.
No, I appreciate you doing this interview tonight. How about that?
Oh yeah. Well, I have to. You know, these are the things. That was a discussion that we had with my marketing team. They're like, Askia, they like you. You got to start showing your face. And I'm like, I don't care about that. I just want to make money, you know. Maybe when I was younger, maybe. I'm 47 now, so I just think. And then again, life has changed for me, so I look at life differently. It has totally changed for me. So I look at everybody and I look at things differently. So I don't care about being that socialite anymore, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care about that. I just really care about life, if that makes sense.
My whole focus has changed because of how my life has been impacted. No, I got you.
Absolutely.
Derek, jump in here, man.
Do you mind just showing the question one more time?
No problem. So social media can be the highlight or the demise of what someone finds sexy. What's your take on it?
I definitely agree. So social media is like many things. So social media is literally all my business. Like, I'm all social media all the time. Social media, I'm trying to think, sexiness. So a couple of things. I wanted to kind of redefine what sexiness was, of course, on a much smaller scale because my platform is not that big. But it really is what you make of it, and I hope that makes sense.
Your platform is huge. I'm gonna stop you right there and keep going.
It can definitely highlight the stereotypical version of what sexy is, but in a sense, like, it can't necessarily be the demise of what someone finds sexy, because there's so many different lenses of what people consider sexiness. And that's something that I wanted to change when it came to my business, something I'm so very passionate about, because, you know, of course, so I have underwear, like I have the business card to wear, but of course, like, it's so easy to get a fitness model and, you know, this perfect, kind of like aesthetically pleasing, you know, as perfect as perfect can get. But, you know, one of the things I always try to aim to do is show different versions of like sexiness. So whether it is an amputee person, someone who's missing a leg, or someone who is plus size, like, there's so many different versions of it. We might not say that sexy, but someone else may. So
yeah,
I hope that answers the question.
It did. Trust me, it did, because social media can help to redefine what's sexy, and for some people, what's being promoted isn't sexy to them. So I love how you clear that up, where what's sexy to someone may not be sexy to someone else. So no, you definitely answered that. YT, come on and rap. Lord, I'm scared of what he's about to say.
I'm scared of what I'm about to say. Listen, I think at the end of the day, we understand the power of social media. Yeah. But let's be real here. A great majority of the body image or the type that we see on social media that gets all of the attention, that gets all of the likes, that gets all of the followers, it's people with nice bodies that's showing skin, that's male or female. I will be one to say that it's easier said than done to ignore what popular culture is saying is attractive or appealing. So I think that it's a little bit of both. You know, I think that it's probably a little bit more of the demise because we feed into it. We run to the gym. We go get tummy tucks. We drink flat tummy tea. Not that I'm trying to plug them, but that's the first thing that came to mind. And it's called social media. It's a platform where we all want to be accepted. We all want to be seen. We all want to be acknowledged. That's a part of human nature. So even if we're not comparing ourselves or saying that that's sexy on a larger scale, it's planted in the back of our minds subconsciously that that's what beauty is, that's what sex appeal is, that's what, you know, that's the ideal man, or that's the ideal body image. So I think that, you know, yeah, it is what we make it, but I'm not going to pretend that it's not an influx of naked, muscular bodies on social media that's perpetuating this idea that that's what sex appeal is. Now, to me, it may be something different. To you guys, it may be something different, but on a larger scale, that is what's promoted on social media.
Right.
And that's exactly what social media is. And I think if people know that, if you just know that, then you act from that space, right?
Exactly.
Know exactly what you just said. That's exactly what it is. But don't let that influence you to a demise. Just take control of your own mental health.
I think that's easier said than done. No, listen, we all definitely want to say, you know, you are in control of logging in and logging out and the pages that you follow and this and that. But let's be honest, social media has these algorithms. So the minute I click on a nice body, 50 other ones are going to pop up.
All you're going to see is nice body.
So, you know, it's all easier said than done. You are in control of what you do, which is why I take social media breaks. But I can't say that it's not constantly spoon-fed to us that this is what's appealing or what's sexy on a broader scale. And we're guilty of it because we like those pictures more than we like a lot of other pictures. We feed those egos of those guys or girls more than we feed anybody else. So it's up to us to change the dialogue and the conversation surrounding it. And Derek, I love what you said about having the platform. And, you know, if it's someone that maybe has a disability or that's in a wheelchair, you know, they also represent someone that's appealing as well. Just because you have a disability or a certain body type or a certain skin tone, that doesn't make you less appealing. But we've got to do our job at making sure that we're pushing those images, liking those images, so that they can have a larger visibility as well. And that's my soapbox.
No, it's crazy. No. Everything that my brother said on point. No, I can't even add to it because hell, everything I wanted to say that was writing down on my show notes. They hit it. So let's. Okay, so I got to ask this question too. Right now, keep it light. What's your go-to fragrance? This is something I came up with. Right now, I can't even lie. I was a little hesitant at first, and I haven't bought a bottle of cologne in a minute. I'm in the mall recently, and you know, I got my little gift, my little props over here because I'm at home and I came up with this on the drive. I had to pull my shit out, you know, share it. Y'all, this Tiffany for Men, I did not think that this would be one of my favorite fragrances for right now. But yeah, this Tiffany for Men, and I'm not plugging. I'm just sharing. You know, we sharing skincare, beard care regimen. Mine right now is Tiffany for Men. Anybody can jump in. What's your go-to fragrance right now, or has always been? Anybody jump in here?
Dior for me.
It's the Dior for me. Okay, Dior. Let me write that down so I can go. Okay. I'm over here still.
Definitely Gucci Guilty.
Which one? Okay, is the new one or the old one? I had the old one in the black bottle.
So it has a clear glass top, but I think the bottle is like a gray. I know it when I see it, but I've been wearing it for years, and I can't get enough of that.
Okay, Gucci Guilty. Okay, look, I'm supposed to tell my Amazon cart tonight. Okay. And what's yours, man?
I get really good feedback when I wear my Creed, so I like the Creed Aventus.
Okay, Creed. Good time, good choice. Yarnell, you probably got like 9.
I do have a lot, but my favorite is Satin Mood by Mason Francis Kurkdjian. That is my favorite. Oh, and Baccarat Rouge, yeah, that's by MFK as well. That's like when I smell it, or when I smell it on a guy, I'm like, who is that? Like, it's amazing.
Like, how you go out and find that and buy it? Like,
right.
Okay. So I got some recommendations. MFK. Okay. show notes. I'm winning tonight. If you're watching the show, you're winning. They're giving y'all free advice on what to get. So y'all, I hope y'all taking notes and watching. Let's close this thing out with 5 in the Flash.
5 in the Flash.
Y'all ready for 5 in the Flash?
Yeah.
All right. Askia, you ready for 5 in the Flash?
I think so. I gotta,
Okay.
I didn't write it out, but I can write it out real quick.
All right. So if you're watching the show, this is my first time doing this, so it's not nothing rehearsed. Everybody else is doing it, so I want to do it on my show. So it's my show. Let me do it. So 5 in the Flash, I'm going to ask 5 questions. We're going to see what type of sex appeal vibe my brothers and myself have in this space. So everybody has something to write with. Everybody has a sheet of paper. My first one is night in or a night out. Which one do you prefer? A night in or a night out? So write down your answer. And I am going to say reveal your answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got night out. Night in, night in. Okay. I got night out because I'm probably the only single one on here. And so I don't have nobody to have a night in.
At all.
I'm single and ready to bingo. Y'all find me. Okay. Y'all still care.
Okay. Night in is the winner. I'm outnumbered, but I probably shouldn't even be voting no way. But hell, I want to join in the fun too. All right. Let's go. Boxers or briefs? I had Carter Underwear on the show tonight, so I had to ask the question: boxers or briefs? And if you don't wear either, just put what you wear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, I had to
I
change
don't
my
wear either.
answer.
I prefer trunks, but I see boxer briefs. I see briefs. I see briefs. I see briefs. Okay. I prefer trunks, but if I had to pick one, it'd be briefs. Okay. The boxer briefs for me they be too long. So give me, look, and I'm gonna take it back. And remember we was growing up in Oak Cliff and them biking tights came out with the stripe on the side. That's what the boxer briefs remind me of. Okay. Let's go here. Nice restaurant or a bomb picnic? Nice restaurant or a bomb picnic? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got a picnic. Bomb ass picnic. Bomb ass picnic. Bomb ass picnic. 2 restaurants. Okay. I like that. Sometimes I like to just roll out my little blanket. Have some bouffe Clicquot, a little charcuterie board, aka adult ass lunchable, and have a good ass time. On at the picnic. Okay, John, I see you. John, thank you for playing, man. I see you night in, boxers, nice restaurant. Okay. I think this one is gonna be a draw. Let's go here. A good book or a nice beach? A good book or a nice beach? I probably need to say before COVID. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice beach. A book on the beach. A night. Okay. I love it. I like the book on. I like the book on the beach. I like the book on the beach. So I'm gonna be honest. I'll take a book to the beach, but I can't never.
Everything I went wrong.
I get drained on that. Okay, John, I see you both. Okay, brothers, thank y'all for rocking with me tonight with the top 5 and everything else. I so appreciate you doing this for me. This was fun. This was bomb. I thank you guys for. Somebody told me to say this. Fatherhood is mad sexy. They say that ass sex appeal. Some women love that. I had a show a couple weeks ago about black foster fathers. So now whoever told me that in my inbox, I'm probably ain't gonna become a foster father because you said it's sexy. And I'm trying to work on my sex appeal. But yeah, I want to throw it out there. Women think fatherhood is sexy as well. So let me throw that out there too. So some of y'all dads out there complaining about dad bods, Some people like dad bod. So that's mad sexy. So if you say you got a dad bod like me, I'm a dad bod with no kids because I work in education. But that's mad sexy. You know what I'm saying? So throw it out there for free. My brothers, thank y'all for joining me tonight. But I can't close my show without asking this. So what's next for you? How can the people keep up with you? What's coming down the pipeline? I want to start strategically with Askia because you didn't get to share the story behind DOS Skincare. So I want you to share that story behind DOS Skincare real quickly. How can people keep up with you to support you? Then I'll go around and come up and I'll end with Ant on how they keep up with you and what you're doing, what's coming next.
So real quick, I came up with DOS Skincare really it was because of my mom's. We've always had great skin, and I've always loved skincare. So during the pandemic, I decided to launch my own skincare, and that's where I came up with DOS. You can find me at DOS Skincare, DOSS Skincare on IG on all platforms. My next move is my new launch for my website. I'm launching a new website. Also, I'm launching my new spa parties. We've been doing a lot of spa parties lately, so I'm really getting ready to really put it out there, and we're getting to launch our spa parties. So that's what's next for me. So just being that entrepreneur, man.
I love it, man. Look, the fact that you're doing your thing in the midst of everything else going on, my brother. Thank you so much for all that you do, all that you give, and I pray continued success on your business, on your businesses, and everything else that you put your hands to. And definitely praying for you even more as you go through this thing. We're working with mom and just keeping her on this earth every day to keep smiling and seeing her lovely face, man.
Absolutely, I thank you, man.
YT.
So like I told you last week, man, keeping it moving, man, staying on this positive train, pushing mental health, pushing people to be the best that they can be, all while I'm leading by example and pushing myself. Hopefully that's encouraging to others. I am on Instagram. My handle is it's Mr. YT, real easy. So if anybody want to check me out there, let's connect there. But man, just kind of working on some things behind the scenes. So I'm a semi-private person, so that'll be revealed in time.
Love it. I love it. My brother that just opened up another location. Derek, jump in here, man, because before you start, the nude collection was so powerful, man. Thank you for this. The new collection was bomb. I love how you talked about earlier about just sharing sex appeal for so many brothers from different lenses. So when you did that collection, man, for Carter Wear, that was so powerful, man. And you just amped how people view sex appeal up on the whole other notch by doing that. So thank you for doing that. Mama is in the building. She said, "All y'all are handsome." That's my mama. Hey, mama.
Hey, mom.
Yes, thank you for that. The love is definitely appreciated. So what's next? So we have a location here in Jersey. We expanded into Pennsylvania. My goal is to open up another location by the end of the year. We have a couple business moves in the works, in which we're going to be announcing next month. So that should be really exciting. I can't really tell too much information about it, but it's definitely a stupid NDA, but it's definitely a business move that I'm super grateful for, and I'm super shook even thinking about it. So it's pretty much it. I started this business during the pandemic in my apartment, a very small apartment, and now less than a year later, I have 7 or 8 employees, and we're growing by the month. So it's, God works in very interesting ways. So, I went from working for someone at a very unhappy job to, creating an environment where I could share and grow with all these great people that are surrounding me. So, that's pretty much it. We have a lot of really exciting things coming, and I'm going to keep pushing the envelope. I'm going to keep displaying diversity. I'm going to keep doing all the things that I started to do when I started this company. So I'm going to keep diversifying all my model lineups, and I'm going to show the people that are not shown often in a really good way. So that's the foundation of what my company is, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, and all that good stuff. So
I love it, man. But you forgot one thing. How can the people keep up with you?
oh, so if you're brave and you don't have a weak heart, you can follow my personal Instagram. It's at Sir X Carter, SIRXCARTER. My business Instagram is at Carterwear, and so it's at CARTERWEAR. Or you can visit our website. It's www.carterwear.com.
CarterWeb.com is in the building. My Oak Cliff brother holding it down. Tell the people what you got coming up, coming down the pipeline, what you're working on, if you can, with no NDA exposure, and how they keep up with you. I got real people on the line tonight, y'all. I got people doing major things. So, this is hot off the press. I told y'all hot off the press. Y'all rock with your boy. I got you.
So nothing really new. Like I said in the introduction, I have self-published 3 different books. If you want to learn more about my journey, my first book is about my personal story, just dealing with myself and how I overcame those obstacles, contemplating suicide, etc. And then my second book is about myself as a Black man and relating to society and how that all sort of influences the way we live life. And then my third book is strictly about yoga and the power of it, and examples and tips and tricks on how to get into yoga and also meditation. So all 3 of those books are available on Amazon. You can find the link at my Instagram. It's ant.houston, ant.houston. Houston is my last name. But yeah, check me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers have joined me tonight. Oh, I'm going to put my show out like this. One thing you can share to somebody to encourage them about Black male sex appeal. Let's go with Askia, Derek, Yarnell, and real quick, there's somebody watching in Zimbabwe next week at 5 o'clock in the morning. They came across this show and just need a quick word of encouragement about Black male sex appeal. Askia, Derek, Yarnell, I'm closing it out with Ant.
Can you go to somebody else? Like, I don't know.
Okay, Derek, jump in here real quick, man. Just encourage somebody real quick.
So I would say be yourself, be strong within yourself, be confident. Definitely develop your, I want to say, mental stability. And if you're motivated enough, develop your physical appearance as well. But just like you guys have been saying, keeping on theme, it all starts from the inside out.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Good, man. Thank you. Askia, you ready?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that you should just really just always listen to yourself and always concentrate on you, because if you're not together, everything else around you won't be. So it's all about you. You should always concentrate on you. And that's one of my biggest focus. I always try to concentrate on me, because if I don't concentrate on me and take care of myself, I won't be able to take care of no one else. And, so I definitely think it's all about you, just taking care of self.
Love it. Thank you for that. YT. Yeah, I get scared. I never know what's going to come out of his mouth. So I just that's my brother.
My biggest thing, man, I would tell someone, own who you are. It doesn't matter where you are right now in life, in your journey, physically, mentally, spiritually. Beauty and sex appeal is in the eye of the beholder. So there's somebody for everyone. Even if you feel like you haven't found that one, become that one for yourself. So ownership.
Love it. Own it. Ant, come through here, man.
I think we all share the same sentiment. All things start and end with self. Take accountability, look in the mirror. If you're looking outside of yourself for anything, it should be for inspiration. And, you can take things that are positive and make them your own and build yourself to where you want to be. But don't be influenced externally, especially if it's leading you down the wrong path. So start with yourself. Know who you are. Get to know who you are. Be solid in that. And then give that back to the world.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been this week's edition of Dialogues with Doc. I love y'all. I am sorry I'm 11 minutes over time, but it was so good tonight, and we were just vibing and rocking it. I couldn't cut the conversation off with these awesome brothers, and it's been a while since I did a panel. So, brothers, thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. You're always welcome to come back when you're doing new things and have new projects dropping and things like that. So, trust me, you guys are always welcome. You guys are family, and thank y'all for joining me tonight for Dialogues with Doc. This has been the Black Male Sex Appeal edition of Dialogues with Doc. We pray something was said, something was shared that can inspire you and encourage you. Be yourself, own it, and be your best self each and every day. I'll be back next Wednesday for another amazing episode of Dialogues with Doc. Have an amazing guest joining me next week. I told y'all, I asked. If they say yes, I'm even more excited. Next week, I'm back with a one-on-one conversation from America's Next Top Model Season 6. One name, Foronda. If you remember Foronda, she'll be on the show next Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Dialogues with Doc. I will see you guys again next Wednesday at 8 p.m. My brothers, hold tight for me. I'm going to close the show out and I'm going to come back, okay?
All right.